welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Revell, and I just wanted to show you that I started another new project. So as it is you kind of see as I build and my style of building, I like to do things in kind of batches. So I'm not usually building one model at a time. That's just the way I am, how I like to do it. So when I paint motors, I tend to paint 2, 3, 4 at a time. Just depends on the color, so I'll paint a few. And then, I primer, I'll primer a few bodies, I'll do some body work. And as I just did a video on clear coating, I just did 3 bodies. I usually do 3 or 4 at one time. It's just my personal style of building, and that's the way I like to do it. Not saying that's right or wrong, just kind of the way I do it. So since I also did the review on the Baldwin Motion and the Corvette kits, I decided I was going to start this kit as well. That's the later issue, but for a comparison, here's the one I built when it first came out in '91. This is the one I built when I was in high school. It's a pretty old build. I still have it, and it's Testrus paint, airbrushed, is not clear coated. Decals laid right on there, and pretty happy build. I could probably do a little bit better video on it, and painted the tires, and there goes the air cleaner. But it's still in my display case. Don't know why I didn't paint the shocks, but it's the first issue molded in blue, and always enjoyed it. And I remember enjoying building this model kit, and I haven't built another one, even though I've bought several, as you saw, all the different versions, and built a lot of Corvettes, but haven't built one of these since, any of the Gen 3s. So there's the Gen 3 or C3 Corvette, whichever you prefer, that I built back then. The L71 version. This one, I didn't paint the aluminum heads, so they're orange. I don't really know if they should be painted aluminum or orange as far as the original aluminum heads. I'll research that a little further. I've seen a number of restored ones where the heads are left bare. But so I'll be building that side by side with my Baldwin Motion one that you've seen already. I've already primed this one, got it primed and ready to start doing the body work to it. And since I was priming that one, I pulled this one out and did some of the pre-body work and primed the body on this one as well. So I'll be building them side by side. And also, I've already painted the 2 motors. So tore everything off of the one motor. And I'll rewire it. It was drilled for wires. I'll put the spark plug wires back on, and changing out the valve covers, the Motion valve covers on this motor. But this one I'm going to build it right out of the box, exactly as Revell issued it. So so these are going to get built side by side. I'll do separate videos of them. But I just wanted to show you, I just removed everything from the trees. I started pre-assembling. So the seats have the backs and headrests glued on, and a few of the other parts. I put the axle together, and I think that's about it as far as pre-assembly, other than just taking everything off. I'll also remove the monogram logo from here. So I'll be mounting all that and getting it painted semi-gloss black and start working on the interior. But I figured I would just show you. We'll set that one aside. But there's quite a few differences between the 2 bodies, between what Mini Exotics did and the original kit. You can see how this has been modified. That's what Baldwin Motion did. But now that you got the 2 side by side, you can really see how flared out the flares are. Obviously the headlight changes, and then the hood's been opened up. Hood's pretty much the same, and then the back window area that the GT had, they really opened that up for more fastback style versus the original style that is visible right here. But just some of the changes, and then the Shelby scoops that were added to the GT, which only one of the 10 cars that were built actually got those scoops. Not all of the Phase 3 GTs had the headlight mods, and then some of these body mods that Baldwin Motion offered were sold to other people over the counter, so other Corvettes have been modified with some of the Baldwin Motion bits, but not sold as brand new Baldwin Motion cars. So it'd be kind of interesting to put this one. This one's a Baldwin Motion as well, but it's a stock body Corvette, and it's one of the ones where they put their stripe package on. And then they sold Baldwin Motion SS 427 Corvettes also, but not the Phase 3 GT. So it's kind of a progression, stock one versus, and I hate to say this, but entry-level Baldwin Motion, where it had pretty much all the same performance or similar performance, or it just depended on your checkbook how much you're willing to spend, versus the GT, which was their top of the line premium, got all the body mods. This, in my opinion, is a show car. You got the muscle to back it up, but you also got custom body mods and everything. So these two cars, I'm going to build them side by side. They'll both be painted in my next batch of clears. But I just wanted to show you that. Let's turn this one around, get a nice little group shot of all three of them here. So I'll be working on those for a little bit as well, juggling all my projects. But I just wanted to show that, I'm building a few as well, and I jump around. It's just how I build and how I like to build. I get in the mood to do an interior, I'll work on that. Get in the mood to paint and put stripes on, I'll do that. And sometimes I get in the mood to tear apart and restore one. I've been resisting the urge to tear apart my early builds. I've done a number of them where I've torn them apart and restored them, rebuilt them. But now I kind of leave, like, I'm going to leave this one alone. It's almost 30 years old since I built it. And I'm going to build this one just kind of like my video that I just released to you guys of the two Superbirds. The one that I built previously, and then the one right next to it that was done about 10 years ago, like I said in the video. But so it'd be interesting to see the progression of these and follow along, and we'll see what happens with all of these. And again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing, and any comments you want to leave, I really appreciate it. Read them all, and it helps motivate me. And so I appreciate it. Thank you.